Are you recording?
Yes.
Cool.
Hello Steph, and welcome to your 18th birthday video. Prying into the minds of all of your friends to see just how well they know you and how they truly feel. Let's start off with a trip down memory lane.
My first memory of Steph is from year 4, when we decided that we looked so similar that we could switch clothes and Mrs. Smith totally wouldn't notice. Yeah, didn't work.
I met Steph with Michelle and Ruwindi at Dairy Bell, or what was Dairy Bell, which is now I think an op shop or something. Anyway, we had ice cream and then a kid came in and dropped his ice cream, and Steph served the ice cream to the kid for free, and then she slapped me because I said something that I shouldn't have said, which I can't remember. And she stared at me lots and lots and lots. It was really awkward.
My first memory of you was when we were in year 3. You were really new to the school, and at the same time Rachel came to the school as well. So I didn't know who you were, and I didn't know if you were Rachel or you. So I thought you were Rachel, and I yelled out, "Rachel, Rachel, Rachel!" And well, when she didn't turn around, I decided to run up and hug her. And turns out it was you. So I made a complete mess and huge embarrassment on myself.
My most awkward moment with Steph would have to be year 10 camp. We were sharing a tent together, and somehow one morning her pants ended up on my head. Awkward.
My first memory of Steph, she stepped on me hard, and she was heavy.
My first memory of Steph was in year 4 when we were playing a netball game, and Steph ran off crying and Fiona ran after her, and then I felt sorry for Steph, so I ran after her too. And then we started the Best Friends Club in year 4, and it continued until year 6, and that was when I first became friends with Steph.
The funniest memory I have of you is probably when we were in year 11, sitting on the giant chessboard, being, amazing. Also, reading from Twilight. Do you remember that? My amazing American accent, because I totally sound like Bella Swan, and my crappy English accent when I'm being Edward Cullen. Yeah, I think it's the way I've most been able to enjoy Twilight. Take that how you will.
I remember, especially in year 11, I'd always just come up to you and say, "Steph, I need a hug." You'd always give me one of your humongous big hugs, and I'd always feel better instantly.
My most embarrassing or funniest moment with Steph is one time when I went to hug her. And I was like, okay, I'm hugging Steph, this is nice. And then there's just this really strange awkward pause where Steph is not really hugging me back. And then all of a sudden she says to me, "Evie, you realise you're hugging my butt?" And it wasn't my fault, I didn't do it intentionally. It's because Steph is so tall and I'm kind of on the short side.
I remember sitting in the corner of the year 12 common room and me sitting on your back randomly.
My first memory of Steph was in year 10, when she called us slaves. I'm Dobby.
Well, my first memory of Steph would be in year 3 when she randomly told me in the middle of class that she was Slack. Now this left me a bit puzzled until she later explained that those were her initials, S-L-A-K.
My first memory of Steph, I think we were sitting around a dinner table at UNYA camp last year, and shortly afterwards Steph ran off with my phone. My phone has yet to go through a more traumatic experience.
My first memory of Steph was when her hair was like this and she was like uber tall.
Another fun memory I have of you is we were in year 8 or year 7, I think, and it was one day after school, and you yelled out, "There's a stripper in the staff room," meaning to say there's a shirter in the staff room, not a stripper, but it's you, and you couldn't think of the word for shirter, so you said stripper.
Another one is schoolies, when there was the whole spider thing and you had to nearly half carry me up the stairs because I couldn't get past the spider because it was abnormally huge.
I remember going to Steph's house for dinner once. Normally this would be worth mentioning, but as you know, I don't like maths that much. And this time I somehow found myself sitting opposite my year 8 and my year 10 maths teachers. Don't think I've ever eaten faster in my life.
If Steph was an animal, she'd probably be a cougar. I know. Every time I see Steph, I just think of all those times during house concerts where she comes around people and she just goes over their shoulder, and it just makes me think of a cougar.
Is it started? Happy birthday, Steph! I think that if you're an animal, you would be a rabbit because you're as tall as this giant glowing rabbit made of light. And it's rotating. Which I might add is bigger than the entire world.
Steph would be a giraffe because she's tall.
Steph would be a kangaroo because she jumps really high in volleyball and she spikes really like hard, and kangaroos kind of do like that, and that's what she does. So, and she jumps. Oh my god!
If Steph was a piece of furniture, she would be an ottoman, because they are usually the most interesting piece of furniture in the room, and, you know, they look pretty cool, or like, especially like the cow print ones or whatever. And I'm also not entirely sure what they're for, but they're pretty stylish, if not 100% functional.
If Steph were a piece of furniture, well, I actually have seen her being used as a chair before. It's something to do with her having to stretch out her back. Not sure why she would want to stretch out her back any further.
If Steph was a piece of furniture, I think that she would be one of those really, really long tables. One of those dining tables that rich people have dinner at, because it's what rich people use. So obviously it's a very classy piece of furniture. And also it's like a normal table, but it's really, really long.
If Steph were a pair of shoes, she would be a pair of tall black stilettos because they're tall and thin and they love to party, just like Steph.
I reckon if you were a car, you'd be a Ferrari, because they're always really fast, and you've always got so much to do, and you're always everywhere. And they're also really nice looking cars, and they always turn heads, which is like you always seem to have someone doing a double take, or checking to see if they saw that hot chick or not.
Probably, most likely, Robert Pattinson, because, you know, he's just really cool.
If Steph were a stationary object, I think she'd be a paperclip, because when they're not bent, they're really, really long and really, really thin, and they're absolutely completely useless at organisation.
If Steph were a stationary object, well, she wouldn't be able to play netball anymore, would she? She'd just sit there stationary.
Steph's favourite TV show is Good News Week.
Isn't it Bones?
Buffy?
Nutty!
Underworld trilogy.
Step Up 2?
I don't know what Steph's favourite book is.
I guess it's Twilight, because you know when people make a massive deal about hating something, it just means they secretly love it.
Really? Sounds funny.
Death's Boy Meets Boy.
That's Spider-Man. The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Wait, no.
Steph's favourite instrument would have to be the bagpipes, because I play bagpipes and everyone should play bagpipes and it's good, so yeah.
Is this sort of band? Well, she did seem quite offended when I insulted Good Charlotte.
Our City, maybe?
If Steph were to order a burger today, she would definitely order a burger without the bread.
How does Steph like her burgers? Well, without bread. So that's pretty weird.
Steph's favourite drink is definitely Coke Zero.
Coke Zero. Coke Zero?
Coke Zero.
Coke Zero.
Coke Zero.
Coke Zero.
Coke Zero? Cake Zero?
Coke Zero.
Coke Zero.
Coke Zero.
Zero.
Coke Zero.
It's Coke Zero, which, by the way, is nowhere near as good as real Coke.
I think you're 185 centimeters.
I think that Steph is probably about, 10 feet tall, I would say. I think that she's about double my height and I'm about 5 foot, so that makes sense.
I think you're as tall as the dot on my wall that we measured you to, like on my ladder.
I'm tall, but she's way taller than me, so she's... I don't know. Wait, how tall am I?
Okay, so this is
190?
How tall is Steph? Well, let's just say she's tall enough not to need to wear high heels. Not that that stops her.
20 feet.
I think she is 180 something.
I estimate that Steph's height is about the length of a really, really long dining table.
Steph is definitely a 10-foot giant because Mishi is a 4-foot giant, Vanessa's a 3-foot giant, and I'm somewhere in the middle of that, so Steph is definitely like twice the size of Mishi.
173 meters.
I reckon that you are as tall as a banana tree. I reckon you blend in perfectly up there in the north.
I think you're about 1,000,000 years tall.
I have photographic evidence that Steph is as tall as me when I'm standing on a chair.
So you're finally 18. I hope you have a really, really good day and an even better night, spending it with your family and friends who love you.
You've been my friend for so many years since junior school, and for all those years I definitely treasured how kind and generous you are, how lovely you are, and what an awesome person you are. And I hope that I'll be there for all of your future birthdays, for your 19th, for your 20th, for your 21st, and so on.
I think you're a pretty cool spud. I hope you have a great time being 18 and never forget Mr. Pokey.
Hey Steph, I hope you've had a brilliant day and enjoy being 18.
Hope you have fun as an 18-year-old, because, we get up to a lot of crazy stuff being adults now.
You seem to have a really good relationship with my sister. It's a bit weird, and I'm not jealous at all, of course, but you've helped her so much and you're so supportive and caring towards her, so thank you. I think she likes you better than she likes me, but oh well.
I hope you enjoy all the Coke Zero you can have and love you lots.
I hope you have the most amazing day and that all your birthday wishes come true.
So best wishes for the year ahead. Try out new things. Try yoga. It's better than sitting around doing nothing.
Hi Steph, happy birthday!
Hi Steph, happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Steph!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy like 1,000,000 birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Steph.
Is that enough?
Happy birthday, Steph! I love you!
Happy 18th birthday.
Hi Steph, happy 18th.
Happy birthday, Steph.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Steph!
Happy birthday, Steph!
Happy birthday, Steph.
Happy birthday, Steph!
Happy birthday, Steph.
Happy birthday, Steph!
Happy birthday, Steph!
Happy birthday, Steph, and I hope you have a very happy birthday.
I love you.
Is that a movie?